Hello and welcome to Toyer Talk. Today's topic will focus on the design and the use of the Toyer framework approach. So David, when did this technique turn from an idea into a reality, and why is this a priority for you and your business?
Well, the Toyer framework's been an idea building throughout my career as I've worked with communities and developers. And really once I got Toyer Strategic Consulting up and running is when we had the opportunity to make it reality. Once putting the finishing touches on it, it really is a focus on the lack of real problem solving in economic development. And by that I mean problem solving where you're taking the planning that you do and actually put it into implementation, put it into effect. And so what we see is a lot of companies are able to do the plans, but what they're not able to do is they're not able to help the communities move forward with the implementation. And the Toyer framework is really a process that includes both the planning and the implementation side.
This is a major step for Toyer Strategic. What is the Toyer framework exactly, and how does it benefit your clients?
So the Toyer framework takes the traditional planning process and really shortens it. We're looking for ways that we can make the planning process a little more simplified at the beginning so that we can move towards implementation. And we really try to get away from pie in the sky aspirational statements in planning like consider. Consider means you look at something once, but you never really have to go back to it, nor do you really ever have to actually make a decision and do something about it. And so really it's about an 8-step process depending on the community and what their needs are. But it's working to get the community through how do we put together a plan based on our vision, and then how do we get that plan actually into action as soon as we can. And that way we don't lose momentum.
So it's basically like a super easy action plan that actually supports the clients in achieving their goals and solving their problems?
Yeah, exactly. What we're really trying to do is what I see oftentimes in a lot of pro sports, whether it's football or others, is to get the client to a position where they have something that literally they can look at as they go. You know, they can consult the roadmap of these are the things that we need to be working on today. They can, you know, even print out an extra copy of it and have the opportunity to make notes on it so they can track the progress as they're assigning things out or they're waiting for information to come in. But it's really trying to keep it easy and implementable.
Wow, so where did the name Toyer Framework come from?
Well, framework as a term really describes a supporting structure by which something can be built. And so that's how we look at action plans. They're a supporting structure by which our clients can go out and build the future. And so in doing the trademark on our process, we couldn't do framework by itself. It's not a word we could trademark of being our own. And so therefore we slapped my name on it for convenience purposes so that we could get it through that process. But we really focus on that element of framework being the supporting structure by which you're able to build something.
So how long does this process typically take?
We really strive to complete the process in around 14 to 16 weeks with the community. Sometimes we can do it less than that. I think in many cases what you see is a lot of planning process that go substantially longer than that these days. And you know, during that length of time, market conditions change and things can happen to what our clients are able to actually be able to perform upon. So if we can keep the process short, we can really keep the momentum and the stakeholders engaged. And so depending on the location of where the client's at, depending on the availability of their stakeholders and how fast they want to go through the process, we can work fairly quickly.
Thank you so much for answering my questions, David. If you have any questions, have a topic you would like to see on Toyer Talks, or want a quote for your community, contact Toyer Strategic Consulting today at toyerstrategic.com.